November 5, Bravo, Echo, T11 Fort Charlie Alpha X-ray.
KM4, CAX, N5B. Good morning, Jack.
Good morning, Ray. Thanks for the question. Send it out right now.
Yeah, that was a quickie I put together, so I hope it's okay.
That is a bumpy. job more. I think that's better than QRS.
Okay, very good, Jack. Yeah, I chased one guy away already, so I've been here for over an hour, so it's been pretty clean.
Thanks again for doing that logger for me.
Oh, you're welcome, Jack. It's almost like if I don't do it, I feel like there's something wrong now. KM4CAX 10-5BE. Yeah, I see Charlie's got the stream up already, so we got that going. Yeah, Charlie has the stream up on YouTube.
Oh, okay. Thank you very much. That's why sending me questions, something that doesn't look good. For some reason or other,
KM4CAX, K1DOB, best 7 into Idaho, Jack. Good morning.
good morning, Bob. Good signal.
Roger, Roger. And good morning, Leon, N5BE. Thank you for doing the net logger, sir. And for the question tomorrow, I may need your wife to say those names on the air.
Hey, I could get her to do that. You know, she could do her Morticia rendition. But if she did, Bob, I would have to leave the shack because I can't stand it when she speaks French.
I don't know. I'll blather through it, but I've heard a couple of them, but not all of them. A couple I'm not sure, but we'll get through it. It'll be down in print. I know you sent that to Charlie, I guess. Just confirm that, the change you made?
Yes, yeah, I sent it to both of you at the same time.
Oh, very good. No, sure. Thank you for that, Lee. We'll give her a go tomorrow. Anyway, K1DOB, I'll be standing by for the Air Force Flyers Club.
This is NSIBE. We were watching a YouTube video on Christmas villages in France. You know, with their the whole town square all set up, and the camera just pans over a little bit, and we see a shop that's got my name on it. Of course, in French it's Bégin. And I say, look at that, we own a shop in France.
Hopefully they sell breakfast stuff for the morning. We enjoyed having breakfast in Paris one time on a trip out to see the beaches and all the historic World War II stuff. But it was very nice, very good trip.
Le petit pain chocolat, c'est moi.
Whatever you said. K1POP.
K1BOB NSIBE.
K1BOB, go.
I got a funny story. It has to do with French. So I'm at the Dutch weapons instructor class in 1988 in Mort, and one of the briefers. And I'm sitting in the back of the room with the two Top Gun pilots and a missile guy out of Point Ledoux, and the Matra guys are giving their briefs, right, on the Magic 2 and the Mika missile. And they're taking all kinds of notes down. Mike, the guys I'm with, they're taking all kinds of notes. And I said, is that thing any good? He said, oh man, that's very good. So they said, yeah, it's a French AMRAAM. So anyway, they're asking the guys a lot of questions. And at lunch, they would break us up. You'd have to go assign seating. So I get to sit with the Matra guys. And the Matra guys go, Léon, les hommes avec toi, qu'est-ce que c'est les hommes? The guys with you, who are those guys? I said, oh, les hommes avec moi? Oui, oui, oui. Oh, les hommes, c'est le Top Gun. And they go, no, this is the Top Gun. My God, it was right out of a classic French bad movie.
Roger. Yeah, we when I went to TOP, we in France weren't part of NATO. They had quit quite a number of years before, unfortunately. And well, they are who they are. And we had mostly Germans, Belgium, and I forgot who. Oh, British, and a lot of us. I think there was probably three. We brought 3 aircraft, so there were 6 air crews on that. So we had a fun time. Yeah, I gave the brief for our group, and I put a lot into it. I'll never forget it. Back then we were using 35mm slides, so I had to do a whole thing and get it done at the photo lab on base. But it came out pretty good, and it was kind of funny and really showed our tactics. They had no idea.
It's amazing what you learn when you're in a group like that. And I had no clue about this, but within the F-15 community in Europe, the Danes were known as the craziest group. They like to get up over the Baltic and get on guard and call the Russians up to come and play.
Without a doubt. What did we do? We were forming a kind of a loose formation with them, line abreast behind them, and we were supposed to follow a mile behind for a while. And they were going under power lines. We wouldn't think of doing that. You're right. They were crazy. I couldn't believe it. I was waiting for that guy's rudder to hit one of the cables. There are some pretty low power lines. That might have been in I don't know where it was at, northern Germany somewhere. But yeah, they're quite crazy. But they're flying. I think then they were flying little F5s around, so it's like a little sports car. I guess you kind of want to do that.
Well, the good old days, Bob, never to be repeated again. So glad we were there and did it.
Roger that. That was probably the second time in a German officers club, and I was trying to figure out what this thing was in the men's room there, and the guy says, "Oh, that's a vomitorium." I said, "What? Oh, no thanks. I'm not eating any of those raw eggs at the bar. I'll just have a few of the good German beers. Thank you very much." Anyway, K1DOB, I'm going to stand by for the Flyers Club net that begins in about 11 minutes. So I'll set up for a while. Looks like Jack's got the frequency. You guys got the frequency firmly established there. This is K1DOB standing by for the Flyers.
K1DOB, W5ABI. Good signal, Bob.
Yeah, S9 here, Joe. Good signal. Is that your older amp there, Dale?
That's the SB220. I'm running about 1,000 watts.
That sounds good. Sounds good. K1DOB.
Thanks for the report, Bob. W5ABI standing by for that. Charlie's website is
I've got it up, Jack. It's up and running. He hasn't posted the question yet, but it's your net. It's ID'd as your net today at this time. Well, I'll tell you what I tell my wife. If it don't work, shut it off and turn it back on again.
That's good.
K4YDB M5B. Good morning, Charlie. No, he's having trouble pulling up your the full rendition of your screen. He's not getting a picture of the aircraft, so I think he's going to go shut it off and turn it back on again. You betcha. Standing by for the Flyers net, top of the hour.
K4YDB, W5ABI, you're 15 over, Charlie. Yeah, okay, yeah, you're 15 over, so just want to let you know, you've been that way for the last couple nets. W5ABI, standing by for nets.
WW5EZ here. You got a 10 over going here, Joe.
Wow, I don't even have a beam pointed your way. It's pointing due east.
Roger, and I've got it pointed south.
Who knows? These hex beams are funny. Anyhow, thanks for the report. W5ABI, standing by for net.
Roger that. W5ABI, WW5EZ also standing by for the net.
Standing by for the net.
Good morning, N4GYY, WW5UZ here.
Good morning, TCL. You're coming into me just from S7 to SA, Strong Jack, and here are the people I've heard just decent signal. N4GYY, and back to the main.
KB0LTT, check in. I don't know if Jack's going to hear me, fellas. I may need a relay. I'm at the house here in Florida.
Yeah, good morning, Larry. KB0LTT, WA6LJS. You got a good signal out in San Diego.
Yeah, I got you a good solid 10 over this morning, John. Good morning.
Yeah, you're not mobile this morning. You're at the house, huh?
Affirmative. I am here at the house, or the hacienda as I like to call it, here in the Ocala National Forest on a real fixed station for a change.
Yeah, big signal. You're 10 to 15 over 9 out on the west coast. Very good. Good to hear you. I'll be standing by. WA6LJS.
QSL, KB0LTT, standing by for net.
KB0LPT, WW5UZ. Must be nice there to sit back and take your shoes off and use the radio at home.
Hey, Mike, I have to apologize to you. For some reason, I was having a major mental lapse the other day. I kept calling you Brian, and I don't have a clue why.
Well, no problem. I think we all use each other's names every now and then. Anyway, yeah, you're sounding great up here in Oklahoma City. WW5UZ, standing by for that.
Well, my apologies for screwing up like that. But anyway, we'll be standing by for net.
This KG5PTE on the FT991A. 400 watts out the door. Anybody tell me how that sounds? Over.
You're 15 over at Las Cruces, KG5PTE, W5ABI.
Roger, Roger. Amplifier is rehook connected and working fine. And Joe, I'm using the FT991 on the hex beam. And you're absolutely right about these hex beams. I can tell you something about what happens when they get wet. That is a normal thing for the SWRs to change, and for the resonant frequency to go lower when the beam gets wet.
Oh, that's for sure. Anyhow, I just wanted to give you the report. KG5PTE, W5ABI, standing by for net.
KG5PTE, N5B, James here, Slamming, Utah, 10 over.
I don't think he's copying you, Lee. KG5PTE, W5ABI, N5BE says you're 10 over.
Roger that, Leon. I barely got a copy on you. I think I'm shooting over the top of you, sir. Sorry about that, but I'm pulling up the SDR now. Morning, Chris. KS5KY, KG5PT. S9 signal here, Chris. Yeah, this is the 991A. This is not the 710.
Yeah, good morning, Jack. TM4CAX, WA6LJS. Yeah, you're about a 5'6", 5'6" here. You're not as strong as you usually are, older. Wilco, this WA6LJS relaying for the Sunday morning edition of the Air Force Flyers Net. We're looking for check-ins, either members or visitors. Call now. All's quiet out west. Back to you, Jack.
Looking for check-in. Members or guests at Air Force Flyers Club, please come now. WW5ENT, standing by. CM4CAX, WW5ENT, nothing heard here, Jack.
Good morning, Jack. Good morning to everyone on the net this fine morning. Let me hold on. I think it's far enough away that I wouldn't get any feedback, but I'll turn it down just to make sure. I don't really need it with you anyway, Jack. You have a good signal with me this morning. Well, anyway, everybody's doing well. We enjoyed celebrated our anniversary last evening with some of the family, and we had a great evening, and I think Carolyn enjoyed it as much as I did. I had a great meal, for one thing. one of our favorite restaurants, and they did well by us. So anyway, and I need to be a short timer this morning, and we'll maybe be on the afternoon roundtable. We'll see. I think the Cowboys are attempting another game today. I think they're playing in Carolina, so maybe they can win a game. You know, they can't win anything at home. Maybe since they're on the road this Sunday, they can win a football game. Who knows? Anyway, you guys have a very fine day, and thank you, Jack, for getting me in early, and thank you, Lee, for doing putting me in there up at the top there. The answer to the question, I really don't know. I'm not really all that familiar with this new. I'd heard a little about it, but I don't know anything about it. But the thing that swayed me to DD is that the V280 Valor. That's the name of the Bell V280, so it's got to be that one, I think. So put me down for Delta there, and I like Delta because it matches my name, Dale. 7-3, everybody. Have a great Sunday. We'll see you all later. Back to you, Jack. KM4CAX 7-3 W5OG.
Yeah, KM4CAX, this is WA6LJS. Good morning to the net. Good conditions today. You came up a little bit. You're a solid S7 now, Jack, so topping you very nice with your antenna on the ground there. And let's see, it's 47 degrees and pretty clear blue sky, plenty of sun. We'll go up to the low 70s today before long. Let's see, the answer, I was going to say Alpha, just as a guess, but listening to Dale, and he's a chopper expert there, so I'm going to change and follow him, copy Dale's paper, and put me down for Delta. So that'll be my answer, DD. And have a good net, Jack. 73s. I'll catch you guys all tomorrow. KM4CAX, WA6LJS. Fahrenheit, dew point 16 degrees Fahrenheit, humidity 90%, altimeter 3039er. And to go with the question, I'm going to follow the living line, and I'm going to go with Delta, Jack. Delta, QSL? That's QSL. Delta, let's go to
Yeah, KM4CAX N5B. Boy, Larry, holy cow. That is an excellent signal and great audio. It's got some nice punch to it. So well done. I enjoy listening to that one. That was great. Okay, yeah, on one of my last trips that I took for GE, I went up to Amarillo at the big bell plant up there, and I'll say it again, as a U.S. taxpayer, you'd get misty eyes walking that shop there. That place is incredible. I put it right up there with the Air Force Plant Number 4. It's just a remarkable building and really dedicated people working there. But when they were there, when I was there, I went on over to the V-280 area, and they had the wing. They were assembling the wing, and they didn't have the top panel on it. So, what do you do when you see an opportunity like that? Well, I got out my Sharpie and put my initials on the inside of the wing. So, they're still there. That's my contribution. No, actually, we were flying that aircraft with some ex-U.S. Navy T-64 engines. Bell needed a 5,000 horsepower engine, and we brokered the deal with the Navy, ran the engines through a IRAN program, spec repairs necessary, and then got them over to Bell, and they flew the V-280 during its demonstration phase with the good old T-64 engine. So good for them and good for us. So this is an interesting program, and it's got a lot of moving parts to it, and I thought I'd have a little bit of fun with it today, combining an Army question with a helicopter question, or at least a rotary wing question. So forgive me for that on a Sunday. All right, Jack, we'll talk about it when we get to the bottom of the list. KM4CAX N5B.
Okay, KM4CAX, WW5UZ, great day here, and thank you, Jack, for doing the net, and also, it's also great to have the net out there on YouTube. Thank you, Charlie, and of course, thank our Lee for doing the net logging and also providing equipment. You guys got me yesterday. I violated the levee line yesterday. I actually crossed the levee line, and I'm one of the only people that missed it. So today I'm going to stick with the levee line. So give me Delta, and we'll see if I can get back up on the winning side. WW5ENZ, turning it back to our net control, KM4CAX, WW5ENZ clear.
KM4CAX, K4YDB. Well, good morning, Jack. Morning to all the flyers out there. Jack, your signal is down in the noise. I can copy you hit and miss on me, but I do copy you pretty good on the Utah number 2, so that makes things work a lot better. Right now it's currently 46 degrees here. We're supposed to get up to like 48 today. But we got rain. It's going to look like it's supposed to rain till later on this afternoon is what they're saying. I keep watching the radar, make sure there's nothing else but rain there. But that's about it. My son finally went back home, or he's gone to his new house, which is about 30 minutes from here, as opposed to the one that he had before, which is about an hour and a half away. So it makes it a little bit easier for me to see my son a lot more often. Not a lot going to go on over here today. I've been just sitting back watching it rain, so I'm doing a little housework. I got to do some cleaning because I had 2 dogs in here yesterday and the day before that and the day before that. So, and one of them was a pit bull, and of course they played all the time. Anyway, as far as the question goes, I'm just going to go with the D's. I guess the D's have it. So. KM4CAX, K4YDB. I am back to net.
Command
Good morning, Jack, and rest of the net. This is K1BOB, and rainy and sleety Idaho for the last 24 hours. And I heard the James on the. I couldn't get back to you yesterday, James. You got off net longer so I could give you an answer on what you were wondering about your hex beam there. But I never see that. It's raining right now and sleeting, and I've got a 1.07 SDR, 1.07. And that is going straight to the antenna. That's not even going through an auto tuner. So I have not had that particular problem. I've never heard of it shorting out when it rains. I don't know. I have to get on some of the websites there. For the guy that made mine, I have not heard of that ever. But apparently ABI has. So I don't know. I can't validate that. Anyway, question today. That was first half was a tough one for me, but luckily I think I had the right answer before Dale was answering it there. I was going to say Delta for the second, so that would make the first one Delta. So who am I not to agree with all the lemmings out there? Put me down for Delta, Jack. And I get you an S6, S7 here with the antenna down on your roof there. Hope you can get it fixed sometime. Anyway, that's all I have this morning. So far, this is K1BOB. Back to KM4, CAX. Thanks, Jack, for doing the net. Charlie, the net logger, and Leon for, Charlie for doing YouTube and Leon for doing the logger. Thanks, guys. K1BOB. Back to you, Jack.
Yeah, KM4 CAX W5ADI. Good morning, Jack, the rest of the fires. Beautiful morning here. Clear blue sky, no wind. About 40 right now. We had a low at 35, supposed to go up to 71, so a little more of summer fall weather. We'll take it. Anyhow, I wanted to correct Bob there. It was James Bob that has the problem with the with his SWR when it rains. Well, my hex beam works fine in the rain. I've never had an SWR problem. Anyhow, no offense. Let me see. On the question, I might as well just go along with all the lemons. I hope we're not all wrong. Anyhow, back to you, Jack, and we'll be here in the bottom. You got a good signal, S8, S9. KM4, CAX, W5, ABI.
Good morning, Jack. Good morning to all the flyers on the net. This morning in Louisville, we started out, the low was 28 degrees, and we're 53 degrees now. Mostly cloudy. It's kind of misty rain here and there, and a little bit spotty. We're only supposed to get up to about 52 and 53 now, so we're just about maxed out on what our temperature's supposed to be. Out of the south, so that's where our warm air is going. By this time next week, though, we're supposed to be below the 32-degree mark, so it's going to get cold again. It's just that roller coaster time of year for us. Well, I think it's just a question here, Jack, and back to the bonus question, I kind of follow along with what our commander, K1BOB, Bob, was saying. When I saw the Valor as option B, I just immediately jumped up to making it
making it a double D. That's what my mind was. Like that's what everybody else is calling. Still good switches, good net, and I will be here to the bottom. So, back to you, Jack. KM4, CAF, KM the group, 10-4, CY1. Okay, joining the lobby line, KG5, Buckingham Delta, good morning, sir. KM4, CAX in the group, KG5PT, well, since I live right over here by Fort Cavasso, formerly Fort Hood, Texas, probably a station where Leon was stationed at, N5BE. And you know, Leon, I did not know that Robert Gray Airfield was a SEC base at one time. I've been here 18 years now in Bell County, and I did not know that. So thanks for letting me know about that. But I enjoy seeing the H-60s and the helicopters from the base fly around here all the time. And I like helicopters, so I'm going to go with the Lemmings Delta. And I think also on the hex beam there, Joe, KIO Leo Shoemaker, the guy that makes this antenna, has a good article on rain and hex beam antennas. And apparently this is a common occurrence with some of them, he says. And he said there's a Yugoslavian station, a ham radio operator in Yugoslavia that wrote a detailed write-up on this. So apparently what I'm experiencing is normal, and just have to deal with it. So I'll turn it back to Net. Jack, thanks for running an excellent net. Good Sunday every morning, and I'll be here for the 73 round. Kilo Golf 5, Papa Tango Echo, transmitting on the FT991 with the amplifier turned on at 400 watts of power. 7-3, back to Net. Just noticed we have another receiving shortly next door to Bell, Texas, KG5. Alright, the last part of that was a lot of dust, and then there was more forward. Say hi. Good morning to you, Mike, and you've got your answer on Delta. You'll get your self-license and start the James will take care of you. Let's go to Saturday Test Controller, Brian, WB5DRI. Good morning, Brian. Good morning, Jack. KM4 CAX and the net. This is WB5DRI. down here in San Antonio. Well, good morning to all the net there. Jack, you're about a 5'7" to 8, and sometimes stronger. Pretty good condition this morning. I'm hearing just about everybody on the electric radio. But anyway, good to be on here. Sorry to be a little bit late checking in, but I was a little bit busy this morning, but good to be here. And we've got a little bit cooler day, but we're going to be warm for the high, but it's pretty humid. I think we started out about 66, and we're about in the low 70s, I think, right now, and only going up to about 78 for the high. But anyway, we'll take it. But on your question there from Lee on there, good question there. I'm not going to deviate from the group there. I think it's Occam's razor this morning for the answer. I'm going to go Delta, and see how that comes out. But thanks for getting us all in there, Jack, and I'll stick around to the bottom of 73 round there. Back to you, KM4CAX, WB5DRI, back to net. Good morning, everybody.
Okay, KM4CAX N5DE. Well, first of all, 2 items, get them out of the way real quick. Chris, the torque on the Jesus nut is 325 foot-pounds. Why do I still remember that? I don't know, but I'm telling you that just in case you meet the torque one someday. That's a lot of torque up there. All right, and James, down at the south end of the runway, that runway had a big lip on it, and down at the south end, there was a wrecked C-124 forever sitting down there where the gear had just been ripped right off of it. They just bulldozed that thing over the edge, and it sat down there in the trees in the mesquite, full of copperheads. So that's a true story. All right, oh my gosh, I don't know if I need to hang my head in despair or clap my hands together with glee. Boy, oh boy, I am sorry, guys. None of you got it. I'm sorry. That was not my intent at all, especially on a Sunday. So let's go down the list here. A, is there a commercial variant? Yeah, there always is a commercial variant. In fact, the CEO of Textron told the Army that if you guys don't pick this aircraft up, we're going to do it on our own. It's that good. So I don't know why he went in. That's no bargaining chip dealing with the Army. And of course, being a D wrong for the first question makes D wrong for the bonus question. I'm sorry, guys. I really am. Single pilot IFR. This thing has got an amazing avionics suite. It's got virtual everything on it. And like your car today, where you got, the eye in the sky camera looking down on your car virtually to help you park, this has got the same thing. You can be sitting in your seat and with your helmet look through the aircraft, look back through the aircraft, look down through the aircraft, It is amazing what this thing is. It's virtually a JSF cockpit in a rotor wing aircraft. It's stunning. So, C was wrong, which made the other C wrong as well. Bravo cross shafting eliminated? No, I don't think so. They need to run that rotor, both rotors of one engine, cross shafting still in place. So the answer is A, the engines remain fixed, and the rotor and the transmission rotate. So this is very similar to the XV3 back in the 50s, and I know no one knows what that is. But this was the first tilt rotor aircraft, single pilot, and it had an R985 radial engine buried in the fuselage. The engine remained fixed, and then it was shafted out to those sponsons on each wingtip, and those would rotate. So that was a little bit of aviation history. So, and that would make A for the Bose question. The Army hasn't named this thing yet. They haven't given it a military designation, number, nor a unique Army name for it, which makes me wonder. I wonder if they're going to cancel this program like they did with the Scout aircraft. You know, this procurement always that's coming with the B-21 and continue with F-35. NGAA and all that stuff, who knows what's going to survive. So we'll see, I guess. All right, so that's today. I'm sorry, guys. I wish I had better news for you. I'll try to make it a little easier, but I couldn't help but get a Army and rotor wing question in there today. 10-4-3-8-5-E. I'll say 73 now, Jack.
All right, this is WW5ENZ, and very good. You got us with the old trickery, the commercial name versus the military name. I got it. And, I should have suspected that. Anyway, WW5ENZ, 73, everybody. Have a great weekend, what's left of it, and we'll catch you next week. WW5ENZ clear.
KM4CAX, K4YDB. Well, thanks, Jack. Thanks for running a good net today, Jack. Conditions held up pretty good. I was still able to copy you better on the SDR, though. I could tell you were in there a couple times, but I was able to copy sometime. Anyway, 73s, everybody. I'll be on Equilink for a little while, for at least a round or two. Not a lot going to go on over here anyway. So it's K4YDB, back to net.
Yeah, good morning again, Jack, and K1BOB here. Well, interesting there, Lee. I don't know, cunning, deceptive, I can't think of the right. Soulless, that's what it is. I'm looking at my list of synonyms here, or whatever they are. Anyway, thanks for that, and we've got one of his questions, N5BE's questions for tomorrow's night on Monday, and it's fairly straightforward. Not as deceptive as this one. Okay, it's the manufacturer's name, not the Army's. I always did like all the Indian names. Maybe they ran out of Indian names so far. Okay, this is K1BOB. Thanks, everybody. And you've been holding up, Jack, with a 6 to a 7 here with your new antenna location there on its side. But it's working. K1BOB. Back to you, Jack. Thank you very much for running it out.
KM4CAX and the Flyers W5ABI. Good net, Jack. Too bad we all followed along with Delta. Oh well, it's one of those days. Maybe tomorrow will be better on the answering. Anyhow, good net. 73 to you and all the Flyers. KM4CAX W5ABI.
That was a good, tricky little question there. Kind of looked like he suckered us all into one by throwing that Delta in there with the aircraft number and name. That just seems to be what our standards are, so that's the direction we went. Nice little trick there. So outside of that, like I said, the weather here is kind of a little bit misty, a little bit sun pops through every once in a while. So is that. I will say 10 to 3 to everybody. Till the next time. KM4, CAS. And the group. M4, GYY. 73 off.
is Jack, KM4CAX, KG5PT. Man, I'm telling you what, everybody's got a good signal on me this morning here on the local radio. I'm talking on the 991A, especially our commander, Bob, K1BOB. Boy, Bob, I don't know what you're running down there in Idaho, up there in Idaho, but you are just blowing my doors off. I mean, we can hear you from all over the house, just with the radio turned up in every room in the house here. You know, that clear. And so was Frank just now, Frank, N4GYY, and Brian, W5ABI, and I mean everybody. I'm sorry, Dale, no offense, I couldn't hear you though. Too close. But I did hear everybody else perfectly on the CR. No problems at all. Anyway, got a Christmas party to go to today for one of the radio clubs in Cove. Our Christmas party's going to be at 3 o'clock at the Little Tex restaurant. Looking forward to seeing some more hams and talking radio some more. 7-3's Jack. I guess I can get on Echolink for a bit if anybody's there. Thanks for running the net. Catch everybody tomorrow. 7-3's KG5PT.
WF8I. I think there's another station in there, Jack. You order to get him? All right, thank you there. Name's Dave, location's Toledo. The call is WF8I, Whiskey, Foxtrot 8, India. First time check in. Yes, sir. All right, appreciate it. I was just checking out. I just lying by on the band here, checking out my antenna and see if it was how it was working there. Appreciate you guys letting me stop in and say howdy there. Okay, well, back to you, and thanks for the return. WF8I Toledo. Okay, Jack, Cam 4, CAX, WB5DRI. Good net, Jack. Thanks for doing it there this morning. And Dan, Whiskey Foxtrot 8, India, you're S9 plus here in San Antonio. Good to hear you this morning from Toledo. And good to hear everybody on the net. Good net. And Lee, you got all of us. Congratulations there. 73 to all the flyers. Here's the net. WV5DRI. Back to net. Good day, everybody. I heard Kilo Charlie 2 Alpha Quebec, I think. Is it Kilo Charlie 2 Alpha November? Kilo Charlie 2 Alpha Quebec November, affirmative. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's, Jack, it's Kilo Charlie 2 Alpha November, I believe. Quebec November.